work hard to network and to get my business out there and to meet people and tell them about my organization. So I'm excited things are moving forward and they're getting busier, but I'm also realizing, oh crap, I'm going to have to learn how to balance things. So this morning I was in my kitchen and I was thinking, okay, I had a podcast today. So I need to like get moving. I did the animals. I went for a run and I come in like I need to get breakfast, but the kitchen was a mess. Not because there's dirty dishes everywhere, but like there was lots of clean dishes everywhere, like overloading everything. So basically our whole kitchen was, the dishes have been cleaned, but they need to be put away. And I just started remembering, oh my God, I got to start beans tonight. We have a beans and rice meal. And all my beans, I sprout them, so they needed to be rinsed. And as I was rinsing them to store them, I realized, oh yeah, it's beans and rice night, so I need to put them in the crock pot. And then I was doing that, I was like, oh, I should start more beans to be able to freeze those so I can keep, because to me, like health is very important for my family. And so I've worked really hard to learn about and practice and get good at feeding my family and feeding them nutritious foods. And so one of the things is buying dry beans, soaking them, sprouting them, and then freezing them until it's time to use them. Anyways, it's a long process. It takes days and it takes planning. But I knew that I had beans and rice tonight, so I started that whole process. Then I remembered I got to make almond flour because it's really expensive to buy almond flour. But we have to be gluten-free because of the, oh God, I can't even think of it now. The autoimmune disease that runs in my family. So actually it's in Nate's family, but it's our kids have it too. So anyways, I had to be really careful. And so one of the things is I make my own almond flour. Nate has taken up making the almond milk, and I've been so relieved because that was a huge chore. So he's taken up making the almond milk. He saves the meal. I make the almond flour. It's a huge process. It takes all day long, slow cooking in the oven. And anyways, I won't go through all the laborious details of it, but it's a lot. So I'm like thinking about that. And I was like, oh, I need to get this cleanup out of the way. And then I got to make breakfast for me and my daughter and get everything. Anyways, I started feeling really overwhelmed because I was also remembering like I'm helping my son get his laundry done and keeping everything really on top of everything being washed and hot and dried and put away right away and not mixing up the laundry so that we can get rid of this ringworm. As I was thinking of all that, I was like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. I'm also supposed to podcast today and edit and schedule my vlogs. And I have to do all these things for work. How in the world? And I just decided, you know what? Just take a deep breath. Do one thing at a time. And this is how I just realized, like, I didn't necessarily like figure it out, but I thought, okay, this is the balancing part I'm going to have to figure out because I am getting busier and I won't be home as a homeschooling mom, you know, as I have been in the past. We're really seriously considering enrolling our daughters in public school this fall. So we're finishing out this school year at home, but looking into enrolling them in public school this fall. So that will free me up to have more time to do my business. But I still have a desire to take care of my family and to feed them nutritiously and to do these things. It's important to me. So like, how do I balance it all? It's not allowing myself to get to a place of exhaustion because at that point I can't balance. Like, throw the towel in, game's over. Then I got to take a big break to be able to reevaluate, recenter myself, and figure out what it is that I need to let go of and what it is, you know, that I need to focus on. So for me, I think that's what I've been thinking about, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on as things get busier is like, okay, in order to stay balanced, I'm not sure exactly how to balance it all. Honestly, it is kind of scary because I've been used to being a stay-at-home mom. Even though I have run my therapeutic horsemanship business, it's been here at my farm. And I've worked other places in Colorado, but it was like, you know, I kept it to specific days and specific times, and I actually took my kids with me as much as I could. So there's just a huge mindset adjustment here. And part of it's like, I'm learning to not feel guilty for doing things I love, like my business, and spending more time with that, not being with my kids all of the time. So it's just learning this balance, and part of that is, okay, so what is it? Maybe there's just guilt that I need to let go of. Maybe there's mindsets I need to let go of, to be able to do the things I want to do. So how do I do all of this? It's, I'm learning, honestly. And it's, I think for me, anyways, the biggest part is to not allow myself to get overtired. Because then I'm like, forget it. Just everything sucks and I can't do anything. And I feel like nothing I do am I doing very good. So I want to thrive in life. I want to give myself 100% in my organization. I want to give myself 100% as a partner. I want to give myself 100% as a mom. But there's only one of me with only so much energy. So it's like learning where to put my energy at what times. That's the hard thing. And that's the thing that I'm going to have to learn as I go. And so, I say all this not because I have it figured out, but because that's my goal. My goal is to not be like, okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it all, but I just have to keep from getting too tired. So what does that look like for me? I'm not sure. Sometimes I just try different things. Like this morning, I could sleep in a little bit. So yesterday morning, I had to get up and get a bunch of stuff done for my son because he was going off on a school competition trip. So it's some days I don't get a lot of sleep, and other days I try to be like, okay, well, I'm going to allow myself to have a little bit more sleep here, or play with my horses. That's always a great rejuvenating way for me to kind of ground myself. Anyways, don't want to bore you guys, but yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I mean, isn't life an experiment anyways? Like, who really fucking figures it out? I think it's an experiment. And I think as long as we are willing to experiment, we will find what is honoring to us and what works for us. When I say that, I don't know if maybe some people are like, I don't know what's honoring to me, but like, what works for us? What makes you happy? What brings you peace? What makes you feel content? Those things. So spring is coming, you guys. And I am just, why did I say that? Spring is here. Good God. Spring is here. Truly. It's actually here, Abigail. And this morning was awesome because I went to get my horses. So every morning I call them in. I put hay out and I call them in. And of course, it's been winter. We haven't had much grass in the pasture. So usually they're near the corral because they're like ready to eat. But the last couple of weeks, they've been getting farther and farther away from the corral in the mornings. And so what I know is that means they're finding grass. They are more satisfied. And so it's been harder to get them in. Like I'll put hay out and then I'll start yelling for them. And it takes them a little bit to decide to come in. Then they'll, start walking in, then they'll run in. Well, this morning I put hay out and I called them. And they all looked at me and they put their heads back down and kept eating. And our pasture is definitely green looking, but it's still very short. The grass hasn't gotten very tall because the horses are on it every night. So they've been eating it down pretty good. But they stayed out there. I was like, oh my gosh. I had to walk out there and kind of get behind them and get them moving, bring them in. And they came in, they ate a teeny bit of hay, and they laid down and took a nap. I was like, yes! Yes! We have had to buy so much hay this year. Way more than we've ever had to buy. We had to hay them way earlier this year. And, usually by February? By March for sure, I don't have to hay them anymore. But we've been going into April now. So last year's drought really took a toll on us. So I'm just really excited to finally see that our grass is coming in enough to satisfy our horses. And that makes me so happy. So that was like, yes, spring. Anyways, I know the weather's going to go up and down. But I'm going to be grateful for the days we get like today, where it is super beautiful. I hope you get a chance to be outside today, even just for a few minutes. Yeah, I think that wraps us up for today. I enjoy coming out here and spending time with you guys. I hope this was not too annoying with the horse banging around and Zelle crashing over my equipment twice. But I don't know. That is part of the adventure of doing a podcast in the corral with my horses, right? That's why I'm here. So speaking of Zelle, it's like she hears me talking about her. And look, lo and behold, here she comes. Hi, baby. We're wrapping things up. Do you want some more coffee? Deo, she's fine. Deo's like, I'll get her in the trailer. Zelle, do you want some more coffee, sweet girl? Right here. Come here. Come here. No? She's like, I don't want Deo to get me. Here we go. Here we go. She's going to finish up and have some coffee with me. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. And things are looking up, right? I mean, God, I know there's going to be new challenges, but we'll just face them as they come, right? If you're feeling tired this week, overwhelmed, exhausted, I got you. I love you. Yeah, I'm here for you. We're in this together, right? Life is crazy. We need each other. All right, hope you guys have an awesome, awesome week. And yeah, don't forget to check out all my social media and see the pictures. I'll get some pictures of our beautiful herd today. I love you all. Talk to you next week. Bye. Psych. Sorry, I wanted to hop back on because I forgot to say this. Hi, Zelle. You come back to say this with me. I wanted you guys to, if you're watching the video, you can see my shirt. But if you're not, I wanted you to know what my shirt says. Jennifer got this for me last year, and it's my first time wearing it. I was so excited because, like, this is it. This is going to be our motto for this week. Drink some coffee, put on gangster rap, and handle it. I love it. So that's what you do this week, okay? Don't forget to drink coffee, put on your gangster rap. Just handle it, right? All right. Have a great week, you guys. Goodbye for real this time.